Welcome to another stage analysis video. It's Sunday the 26th of July 2026. Gonna start today with a look through what's been going on in the major indexes. There's been notable weakness across the board over the last few weeks or so. And we've got a big week coming up this week with some significant earnings from some of the mega caps, as well as the Fed decision on Wednesday, rate decision on Wednesday at 2 p.m. I believe. So start off today with what's going on in the major indexes, beginning with the S&P 500 here, which, as you can see now, for the last maybe eight or 9 weeks here, has been consolidating in this very tight sideways range. You'd be forgiven to thinking that it hadn't had that much volatility, but the S&P 500 obviously has some of the weightings of the stocks that it has. It has some of the energy stocks as well as the tech names and the other industries. So we have been having a bit of a divergence in the market, where the tech part of the market has been getting hit particularly hard, versus some of the energy names and the biotech, etc., have started to show some strength. So this has been fairly muted in terms of what's going on in the S&P 500, but you can see the percentage of stocks above their 50-day, 150-day and 200-day moving averages has dropped off slightly as well, just below, down to 49% at the moment. So very, very neutral kind of overall position. But we're in this first base type structure within the first base within the early part of stage 2 still. So after a very strong stage 2 move, so it's looking stronger than we saw with times like in 2024. We had some more severe pullbacks that got all the way back down to the 30-week moving average, versus this, the S&P 500 is still only a few percent from the highs at the moment. If we look on the weekly chart with the ATR bands on it, so these are the 21-week EMA in the middle, and then +1 ATR, +2 above. So you can see we're still in a short-term uptrend, but just dipping below that +1 ATR level on a weekly basis. Just a slight change of behaviour, showing a little bit of weakness creeping in there. And we've still got 66.8% of stocks above their 200-day moving average. Drop into the daily, it's right on the borderline of the -1 ATR level on a 21-day basis. So that's your 21-day EMA, that's the -1 ATR. So below that, consider it a short-term downtrend. So it's right on the border of that, between the neutral range and dropping into a short-term downtrend. But as I said, still holding up reasonably well there, and only 2.8 or so percent from the high at the moment there. 55.2% of stocks above their 20-day moving average in the S&P still. So still early stage 2, just in its first consolidation, but we have seen 2 days at the end of the week there with closes below the 50-day moving average, so, and below the recent pivot lows there. So a little bit of a change of behaviour, but not quite a change of character yet. Obviously, if we do start to see a further drop down into the base here, then that would probably constitute a change of character too. Whereas the Nasdaq, as I said, has been having a bit more of a tricky time of it. So a lot of stocks that were leading have taken some big sell-offs. So you can see this is actually dipping with a close at the end of the week below the bottom of the recent base structure here. So there's a 56.86% of stocks above their 200-day moving average. It is still in stage 2, but what we call stage 2 minus at this point. So when it's below its 10-week moving average, it gets a minus rating, and it can mean that it's moving into the early part of stage 3 potentially, but not necessarily. Obviously, during stage 2 runs, as you'll know, stocks and indexes, etc., all drop below their 10-week moving average at some point, and can pull back all the way to their 30-week moving average and more. But they can obviously still recover back, and the stage 2 can continue. So at the moment, we've just got a stage 2 advance, but it is in a weakened position at the moment, and could obviously be on a transitional point there. And if you look on the daily chart, it's well below its -1 ATR level. 2 closes below that on Thursday and Friday as well, and closed at the bottom of the recent range. So it is in spring position. If we do see a big reversal move back through on Monday, then there's a potential for a spring attempt in that. But if we do see a continued drift lower down here, then obviously next logical support will be back at the top of the base structure and the 200-day moving average here. So currently 34.31% of stocks in the Nasdaq 100 above the 20-day moving average, so a lot weaker than we were seeing in the S&P 500 there. So S&P 500 is up in this kind of area by comparison. So definitely some weakness in the more tech-heavy Nasdaq 100. If you look at the NYSE, on the other hand, it's actually had an up week, plus 0.73% on the week, in closing at a weekly closing high. So that's the divergence I was talking about, where we've got obviously different areas of the market showing some strength with some of the NYSE stocks, particularly at the moment the banks and financials, which are NYSE heavy, actually doing really well at the moment in terms of staying near their highs in stage 2, while the tech stocks have sold off. And then the Russell has started to pull back in, and we did get a close right back at the 30-week moving average, but still 71.17% of stocks in the Russell 2000 are above their 200-day moving average. So it's still quite close to the highs there. If we look, it's only 4% or so from the high. You see on the daily just closing right around its 50-day moving average. Back to the VIX, you can see did attempt to push back down on Friday, but then closed right back up near its 200-day moving average. So very neutral position going into the start of the week in terms of volatility. If we see a spike above the 200-day moving average here, then that increased volatility is a negative sign. So to be more defensive, if it starts drifting back this way, then obviously it gives clues to be a little bit more on the aggressive side again. Look at the ETF summary. As I was saying, multiple stage 2 minuses popping up this week. You saw the technical attributes scores dropping down across the board really. Only the mid caps and the Dow didn't change in terms of their SATA scores, but dropping down into some more neutral scores, and the Nasdaq composite actually dropped to a 3 out of 10, so down to a weak score. So we just quickly look at that. You can see the SATA score has had a sharp move over the last few weeks, coming out of the strong zone down into the neutral range and sitting right at the bottom of that range at the moment. If it continues dipping into the lower area here, then that would be more of a concern. Discretionary XLY, so Tesla broke down stage 4 this week. So consumer discretionary is heavy. Tesla is quite a heavy component of that, as well as some other stocks as well having a negative week. But that's one of the big reasons that has dropped off into early stage 4 this week. And if we scroll down, you can see still got the metals in the commodities all in the early part of stage 4. Still, you can see amounts of relative strengths on those. It's continued to be weak. Then international markets, we're starting to see some more minuses and stage 3s appearing in there, but for the majority, there's still some reasonable technical attribute scores. And then the theme ETFs, real estate has moved to the top, biotech, aerospace. So these are obviously not areas you ideally want to be leading to. Real estate pushing at the highs here. Biotech has been doing well recently. So, and cybersecurity, which has been strong, they'd come off a bit in the last week, but has still been one of their leading areas. But you can see there's some more falls creeping in. ARK, a few of the ARK names obviously starting to drop off into stage 4 there. We've got the cannabis stocks, we've got another ARK one, Communication Services Index Fund, Vanguard here. So you can see just dipping into that early stage 4 as well, right on the borderline. So definitely weakening from the theme ETFs as well.